like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. It is 2:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, December 19th, 2020, and I'm the Angry Angel. I'm going to move the microphone a little bit closer, you can hear me a bit better. There we go. Hello. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday, wonderful weekend. This is Ask an Angel. Hello. Hey. Got a whole bunch of questions for you guys today. Well, not as many as I normally have today. It's only about 13, but some deep ones. And the first one, actually, I'd say it's a bit more relaxed. But the first one is, it's gonna come out the fucking gate. Just, I was gonna hold that till last, but fuck it, whatever. But disclaimer right off the bat. I am not a professional. I am not a psychiatrist. I'm not a counselor. I'm just a regular guy on Twitch who's got a bit of a knack of giving good advice. I've always have. It's been since I was little. I'm not just blowing sunshine up my ass. I've always been this way. I'm going to turn the light up a little bit so you can see a bit better. Oh, that is super bright. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. I'm going to kill my eyes. Oh, fuck, that's bright. But yeah, I'm just a regular guy. I've always had the ability of giving some good advice. And it doesn't really matter what kind of advice it is. Relationship, should I turn left, should I turn right, that kind of shit. Not literally turn left or right, fuck you, grown adult. But at the same time, because I'm not a professional, I hold no responsibility to the decisions you make. So if you do, like let's say, for instance, I suspect my girlfriend is cheating on me. And I say, in the information that you give me in the message, it sounds possible. And I say, yeah, it's possible. Don't go up to her and start accusing, saying, oh, I think you're cheating, because this guy says. Because I'm going to get fucking emails, and I don't want emails of like that. I mean, I want your emails, I want your questions at this address right here. But I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm just going to go off the information that you're giving me, what I think. I'm using this as a vague example, but you're a full-grown adult. I'm not your mommy, I'm not your daddy, I'm not your priest. This is not giving confession. This is not, I mean, fuck, you want to confess? Confess. You tell me you've killed somebody, I'm sorry, but I'm phoning the police. I'm not a priest. And not only, I'm sorry, if you were to tell me that, not only am I going to fucking phone the police, I got a whole fucking chat, I'd probably do this damn thing. So don't come at me with, what should I do to hide the body? Also vague examples, but yeah, that's pretty much that. And also welcome to my YouTube people who are going to be watching this once I post it. I'm going to try to get it up so that Monday morning it'll be ready for you guys. While I'm at work. Yes, I've started my new job. Oh, love my mule. I'm going to get straight into it right now. I'm going to answer about 13 questions, give or take. But anyway, let's get into it. Hope everybody's is having a, as I said, great day. Great time before Christmas. Blah blah blah. Right, where's my buttons? Is it this one? Yeah, that's the one. From on keyboard. From Trina. Okay, question number 1 from Trina. You're in a relationship with someone who is very religious. Told you it's just going to come out fucking punching with the drama. I mean, you already, from that right there, already you can sense the drama. Who's very religious. Beliefs are slightly different, but mostly on the same page. Cool. How would you feel if the conversation was brought up that if you both have kids together, and your child ends up being gay and getting married, your partner said they wouldn't be at the wedding, and if you're married to your partner, since they won't go, this line I'm confused. If you're married to your partner, since they won't go, they expect you not to go. Let me add, yes, this is hypothetical. I asked because he had a Bible lesson with his kid now and read the words that homosexual is an abomination. Well, there's a few things, and this is actually really good and good question, important question. At the beginning of a relationship, as you said, it's hypothetical. I'm assuming you don't have kids yet. You're just covering your bases for the future. Lots of people have lots of different beliefs, and in relationships is even more so, right? They do say opposites attract, and while that is true, having some similarities, some connection is important. Now, he said he's religious, or very religious, and you have similar beliefs. But clearly, when you're saying he is very religious, I'm assuming you're not really religious. He did say he's a he, right? Yeah, you're a trainer, so he's the okay. If he's giving Bible lessons, I'm assuming he's like a deacon or something like that. It's a bit harsh to say it's an abomination, but I mean, that's his beliefs, right? And people are entitled to their beliefs, as long as it doesn't affect other people. Now, the way you could look at it, if he doesn't want to go to the wedding if the kids, that's his right, but under that same right, so do you. And in this generation, this decade, in this world that we live in today, he can't stop you from going to your kid's wedding, whether you're married or not. And if neither of you have actually proposed, I mean, you're just in your relationship, if we get married, blah, 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 I'm assuming you're not married yet, then you have your answer on that. You basically say, you want to get married, you need to accept that things might happen that just because you believe, you don't, right? It might be the thing that doesn't have him. You basically say, you don't share that belief. That's your belief, not yours. He might not, I hate to say it, he might not want to marry you if he knows that you don't have that belief. And you want to actually put that out there. This is important stuff that happens in all relationships and really should always happen in all relationships. At the very beginning, in the early part of the relationship. I'm not even talking about right before you propose or get married. But yes, before it. The expectations and the thoughts and beliefs and stuff like that. Because, I mean, if you're just dating, fuck, whatever. If the intention is just to date, who fucking cares? If the intent is that down the road there is possibilities of marriage, possibilities of having children, these things need to come up, right? The deep questions. Not the, hey, do you fucking take sugar in your coffee? Who fucking cares? That's not gonna fucking break a relationship. Do you like pineapple on your pizza? That shouldn't break up a relationship. Though I've heard it has. There's people like that, they freak the fuck out. I can't believe you. Fuck, grow up. Little shit don't really matter. Big shit like this matters. Because, as I said, especially him being like super religious and being the religious, and I'm not quite sure which one he is, but there's different ones have different thoughts and different beliefs. I can tell you from my background, I've gone through so many different religions. I've read the Bible, many different versions of the Bible. It doesn't fucking matter. That's my take on it. I'm not going to get it. It's not a religious show. It doesn't fucking matter. It's not abomination. It just means whoever he gets with won't actually have, if it's a boy, and there's no baby going to be born. Not from a man's body. Same as a girl. But there's ways to work around it. And as I say, I'm not getting into the philosophical debate on this. Facts are facts. Biology is biology. But what you want out of life to make you happy is important to you. Just like what's important to him is important to him. Some people are scared of this, some people are scared of that. Some people are scared of the dark. Does that mean you can't sleep in the bed with them? You need to decide, can you sleep with the light on? If the guy can't sleep with the light off, it could be an issue for the future. But can you bend? Can you compromise? Can they compromise? Should you compromise? If he's not willing to bend, why are you gonna bend? And vice versa. Why the hell did that go off? I feel bad for whatever kid he has, that if they get married. But I mean, it's a good conversation. What you just had there is a damn good conversation. I think lots of relationships should have these conversations. Very important. I'm not actually seeing a question here. Hang on. I'm seeing an issue for you. It's almost like you're trying to ask, should you be with the person? Should you get married? Should you... and your partner says thing. Yeah, I'm not actually seeing I asked because he... But no, it's a damn good question. And you need to get into more. What would you do if this? What would you do if that? Ask more, because chances are there might be other things he might not be too happy with. For the most part, you're on the same page. I like that. But yeah, you need to ask more questions to decide if you can be with the person. You could end up finding, and you both have to, and you basically, before you get into the conversations, you need to say, we need to have a talk, because we need to find out what we're compatible with. Like, if he hasn't proposed and you're not wanting to get married to the guy, it's not really a big deal. If it's just dating. If this is what you want down the future, because clearly is talking about it, you need to say, you know what, we brought this thing up and we need to cover a whole bunch of questions. Write them down. See the stuff that's important to you. Tell them flat out. It wouldn't matter if they're gay or not. I will attend my son's wedding. I will attend my daughter's wedding. Gay or straight, it doesn't matter. You need to specify that to him if that's important to you. And he needs to say, accept. And say it to him. Say, if this can't work, then maybe talks of marriage shouldn't happen. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Because I took almost 10 minutes to answer that question. Anybody agree with what I've said? Give me a 1. I already know you agree, but figured I'd ask anyway. Okay, I'm gonna just assume anyway. We'll go on to question number 2. There we go. Beautiful. Where is it? Question 2. Thank you. Question 2. There we go. Can a marriage be in an open relationship? Does it ever work out? Not speaking of from experience, but sometimes yes, sometimes no. And it's you say kind of marriage. I think it shouldn't be there. It should be any form of loving relationship. The part where it matters is the involvement and the commitment after. But really, it can work on either side. But it's how deep are kids involved. It's usually something you really want to talk about at the beginning. But I mean, some relationships, I've seen relationships, they've been happily married, monogamous for like 10, 20, 30 years, and suddenly they need something else. They need something to spice it up. They don't want to end the relationship because they love their partner, but they need something else to spark their life. I originally, he's a bit of an example. For 20-something years, I was in computers. I was a computer technician, a network engineer, done all that kind of stuff. The market for computers and for just wasn't there. The money wasn't there anymore. And as I was getting older, some of the technology I just wasn't quite understanding. I mean, I was understanding it, but it was taking more and more and more for me to understand it. And so I knew it needed to change something. Tried driving taxi, didn't work out. Started driving a truck. I've loved it ever since. 2 years into driving a truck, I was starting to feel, much I love driving a truck. It was always night, and I felt my creativity was being sucked out of me. I needed something. Bought myself a camera, became a photographer. I mean, I took some photography back in high school, but I changed. I needed that change. I didn't give up the truck, but I needed something to spark life back into me. Doesn't mean I needed to give up the truck. Love the truck, love driving the truck. As I'm getting closer to my age, and as you a lot of you know, I've almost had an accident. Not physical, not crash or anything like that, but I've almost fell off the truck. I've always been hit by another fucking truck while putting on chains. A lot of close calls that really shook me up, and I needed to change my lifestyle. And that's why I'm doing the streaming thing. To bring happiness back to enjoy my life. And for the most part, I'm enjoying this too. But I enjoy the photography, and that's the thing, right? So it's depending on what part of the relationship it is. But your partner needs to kind of like accept it, right? It needs to be kind of like spoken. It's harder when it's not. Can they work out? You really need to decide what it is you're looking at and what you're thinking of in and that kind of relationship. What you both want, and come up with rules, agreements, and then go for it, if that's what you're wanting. If you both can't agree on the rules, then no, it won't work out. It'll collapse. If you can agree to it, but both of you need to agree to it, you both need to like decide, do you want an out? A way to like go, you know what, this is not working, I'm feeling comfortable. You need to also be able to reassure each other, and so on and so on. Yes, they can work. You can see that all over the place. With the concept of polyamory, there's lots of relationships that are into that concept, and they survive a long fucking time. Throughout history, there's been relationships where a man has multiple wives, and they work. Over time, we put all kinds of rules and restrictions that really fuck with our heads, saying we can't do this, we can't do that. But bottom line, you technically, physically can. It's can you do it without anybody being hurt? So that you need to look at that obstacle. Is anybody going to get hurt? Are you going to get hurt? Is your partner going to get hurt? Is the person you're bringing into this situation going to get hurt? And what can you do? Knowing as an adult, if I put my hand in a fire, I'm going to get burnt. Does that mean I can't put the kettle on? No. I put the water in the fucking kettle. I place my hand over, and I don't put it on the goddamn flame. I don't like put my hand under the kettle, place it on the burner. We learn to do things so we can walk around fire. We can walk around. Doesn't mean I can't work with fire. Doesn't mean I can't. You know what I'm saying? There's ways to make things work, but you have to acknowledge the difficulties and overcome them. But then sometimes basically say, you know what? That's not a stove. That's a building on fire. I'm not going to put the kettle on that fucking blazing fucking flame. Know when there's too much. Know when it's the wrong time, the wrong moment, the wrong person. Right? If you do open the relationship and you get with somebody and they're the kind of person like stir the pot, that's going to try to destroy the relationship, because there are people out there, and no, I'm not just saying girls, guys, all of it, that will just try to fuck with them. I'm going to give a bit of a story about my past. I dated this girl a long time ago. Anyway, her and I, we kind of opened the relationship up. And she would talk to all kinds of guys on the internet. And I was very much in love with her. She was very much in love with me. But she would talk to all kinds of guys. And I, once in a while, but it was more kind of, it was very sexual, the conversations. But a lot of it was all online and at a distance. But very, very sexual, very detailed, the conversation that they would have. Myself, the relationships I would get into a bit more serious. I still loved my girlfriend at the time. And anyway, this one girl I ended up seeing, my girlfriend that I was in love with, we thought about getting married. That was the plan eventually. But that was the relationship. That's how I saw it. That was the relationship, and that was kind of the agreement. This is the relationship. This is anything else that comes into it is just kind of added bonus for kind of a tickle our fancies, so to speak. And yes, we could have feelings for them. Yes, we could even have a relationship with the person, but it doesn't interfere with the core relationship. Anyway, this girl came over, and we were all actually sleeping together in the same bed. And my girlfriend at the time was starting to get a little bit jealous. And this girl, she kept asking me to leave my girlfriend to be with her. And she kept trying to encourage me. And I'm like, no, I'm not ending the relationship. I'm not one for ending relationship at all myself. But anyway, this girl, she kept asking me, oh, I want you to leave your girlfriend to be with me. And she'd be like flashing me. Now, we never had, it wasn't no threesomes or anything like that. She just came over and she'd sleep the night or whatever. But yeah, I would keep flashing, and would even insult my girlfriend. And that's kind of what drew the straw for me, is when it got that guy that says, you can have her for the rest of your life, or you can have me. And she would literally flash herself right in the living room behind my girlfriend's back. And it just started getting awkward. And I could tell that this girlfriend, this was kind of like a challenge, a kind of I'm going to steal him away. Problem is, with that kind of situation, once that challenge has gone away, let's say, hypothetically, I did leave my girlfriend for this woman. That challenge is gone. And if she's willing to destroy that relationship, is she going to take our relationship serious? There are people out there that will do that. Not everybody. Some people will get in the relationship, but you need to kind of like decide in your current marriage, because I'm assuming you're married and this is what you're considering. Look at the issues, look at the reality of it, make a rule where the both of you have to agree to the person. Yes, it can work out. How long? Can't be determined. That's between you, the person you were with, and and your wife. Plain simple. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. Where's my question number 3? Now this is a this or that kind of question from Ashley. When it comes to serious relationship, which of these do you think is more accurate and more successful? Like attracts like, or opposites attract? I don't think there's a key this or that. I think you need both. We're not magnets. I used to hear this saying as a kid, opposites attract. Yes, on a magnet. I'm not a fucking magnet. I like to think I am. Hey. But no, we're not actual magnets. We're human beings, right? Now, and we deal with all kinds of different situations in life. And today, with the complexity of the world, the way it is, and relationships are the way they are, fuck. And the fact that we've got a world where men are dating men, women are dating women, men are becoming women who date women and men, and it's all so fucking confusing. Fuck, this thing goes out the bloody window. This opposite of fucking same attract. No, like attract like. It's that there is no rule to it. And that's kind of beautiful in that. The chaos of it all is kind of beautiful. That anything can work. Having similarities is cool because then you've got something to talk about. But at the same time, if you're with each other doing the exact same things and there is no differences, then you've got nothing to talk about. What the fuck are you going to talk about then? You have seen everything. You've done everything. You have gone everywhere together. You need that differences so that you can talk to your partner. Now, it might not be something that your partner is interested in, but they listen because they want to hear what you have to say. And sometimes they might take an interest in that thing. And it's not that necessarily they are massively interested and they want to be part of it, but because you're in a relationship, they get to know it. And it's kind of cool. So I think it's both. Like can attract like, opposite can attract opposite. And in the relationship, the one thing that will actually make the relationship work, a serious relationship work, is that it's got both. That is the balance of both. Stuff that's similar, stuff that's not. Having opinions about things, like the first question I had earlier. If they were exactly the same thought, that relationship would be fine. Whether we agree with that with the guy or not, it's irrelevant. They want to get married. If they have the exact same thoughts about that situation, that thing would be completely fine. And that's why they need to talk. To get those pieces to line up. Doesn't mean that they need to be interested in the same TV shows, have the same job. They don't need that shit. So those differences are completely fine. But it's the beliefs and stuff like that that should be very similar. And they said that they're on the same page. That's why I kind of have hope for them. I think they've got problems, but the fact that they're mostly on the same page is good. They need to get on the page even more so that they know a year, 2 years, 20 years down the road, when these problems do hit, they're not faced with the awkward D word of divorce. And heartbreak and all that kind of stuff. But that's my opinion on that one. But let's toss it out for everybody else. I will put this as a... Let me actually mark this. Hang on. I'll make it easy for you guys. We'll do this. I'll put this as 1. And this is 2. And now it should change how it looks on the thing. 1 for 1, 2 for the other. Why is it not changing? Oh, it's because I didn't do that. Hang on one sec. Almost got it. This is going to be so nice when I get this more like mainstream. Here you go. So give me 1 for like attracts like. Oh, hang on, I'll give it 3. Both would bit of both. There you go. So 1 for like, yeah, or 3, a bit of both is best. I like that. Let's see what your thoughts or your opinion is. Oh, 1 attracts like. 2, opposites attract. 3, a bit of both is best. When I say a bit of both, a relationship that is opposites and yeah. Nice. Oh. Nice. Right. So there it is. The 3s have it. That doesn't mean mistake. I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong. I'm just giving everybody's opinion. And as long as you all know that I'm right, it's all good. Where am I? Question number 4. Here we go. From Cedric. Coming up. Boom. There it is. From Cedric. I got $1,000 bonus at work for Christmas. Am I wrong if I gamble on sports instead of telling my wife? Okay, this is a tricky one. I don't think there's a right or wrong with this one, because you're coming at the idea, because it's work, right? You're coming at the idea, I earned it, it's my money, blah blah blah, it's my bonus, I should be able to do it when I want because it's my bonus. And while that is technically true, yeah, wife. So you're married. This is your wife. It depends on your relationship. Some marriages, they keep their money separate, which I've never quite understood that. I mean, you're married. Fuck, it doesn't matter you keep it separate or not, unless you've got a contract that says that if you get a divorce, that it's separate. Unless you did that, what's that word? It's that agreement. I forgot what the fuck it's called. But unless you got one of those in place, it's just taken off. It doesn't fucking matter. With this one, you don't tell her. Honesty is always the best policy. Always the best policy. You don't tell her. I would say, you know what? Maybe keep on to that $1,000 because you might need it for a lawyer. I'm not really going to say if it's right or wrong. I would definitely advise on telling her. And asking her, you know what? Fuck, it's $1,000. She might go, you know what? And you got this as a bonus. Go spend it. I'm going to advise on not doing that, even if she says yes, because it's probably a setup. Do something nice for her. Fucking don't necessarily need to fucking use the entire thing, but buy your wife something nice. Go buy a nice necklace or something that she likes, right? I mean, fuck, it's Christmas, for fuck's sake. Do something nice for her. Celebrate. Go to dinner and use a bit of it. You don't need to spend the whole fucking $1,000 to gamble on sports. Because, I mean, if you spend the whole fucking $1,000 on sports and you lose it, then your $1,000 out. You're going to be kicking your own ass. Because then you've got nothing. And an upset wife. Because whether you think she will or whether you think she won't, I'm sorry, but eventually she will find out. Especially if, let's say, you lost it and you're going to come home. Why are you suddenly grouchy? Oh, I just lost $1,000 in gambling. If you think that this is an issue for you, I would say you probably should be. You've got a bigger problem than you think. You might have a gambling problem if you think that this is a difficult question. Yeah. If you have to gamble $1,000 away instead of doing something nice for your wife, with your wife, you might have a gambling problem. Just saying. Anyway, question number 5. All right. Yeah. I might have actually just lost a fan there. So, Cedric. Okay. Next one is from Josh. Question number 5 from Josh. How do you feel about a significant other who always liking other guys or girls' pictures? Is this a serious question? Liking pictures. I don't care. Why would I care? They're just clicking a like on a picture. If they're primarily clicking on pictures of like fucking hunks and shit like that, I mean, it just means that they like this type. Kidding. No, if they're going against the type that you are, right? If they're going, it would feel a bit awkward, but it's just a picture because my partner's with me. Significant other is with me. It's my significant other, and I'm her significant other. They click like on pictures. Who fucking cares? They've already clicked the biggest like on me as it is because they're with me. It's not just a like. This is like a like and a heart and I've got all the hearts. I got the hearts, not just the little thumbs up. Hey, you got a like. I got the little fucking heart. Shut the fuck up. Sit down. It's a silly question. I mean, if it was like, oh, how would you feel if she was always going out with other guys all the time, blah, blah. That's a different thing. That might be something to be jealous of. Clicking like on a picture, come on. Stop being that fucking sensitive. Who cares if they're clicking like on the picture? They've already given you their heart. Yeah. That was an easy one. I guess the best answer for that one is, turn on the heat, you bloody snowflake. I'm kidding. I'm teasing. You're entitled to your feelings, and I understand that you're feeling a little insecure, a little jealous, but there's no need to be insecure or jealous. Your partner's with you. This is not with the person. It's not like they're sticking the thumb somewhere they're not supposed to. It's just a fucking like. Who cares? And even the person who's fucking getting the like, they're probably going to get a bunch more likes on that picture. Do you think they're going to go through? Holy fuck. This person who clicked like on me. Fuck yeah. They want me to send dick pics. No. They don't want that. Seriously. It's a like. Come on. It's a compliment. It's like, there's no way you can tell me you haven't walked through a fucking mall and then seen some girl wearing the tightest fucking jeans. Oh, I mean, you judge. Oh, guy, whatever. And you see them and they're looking fucking sexy as fucking you haven't went, that is quite nice. I mean, you're not saying it exactly like that. We both know it's a bit more than just, they catch your eye. There's nothing wrong with that. That's completely fine. That's when the LDT kicks in. The look, don't touch. Right, but this is on the internet. They've clicked like. Who fucking cares? And it's a picture. Who cares? I don't care if they're fully fucking clothed or buck naked. It's a fucking picture. Go the fuck up. Enjoy the fact that, you know what? Hey, let's say your significant other gets turned on by this other picture. So fucking turned on. Guess who's reaping the benefits? You! Shut up! Enjoy! Why are you reading this? Go have sex with your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever the fuck it is who just liked the picture and got turned on. Enjoy! Fantasy, the mind itself is a beautiful thing. We can imagine all kinds of things. Get in the moment and fucking go and have some fun. Shut up. Anyway, question number, where am I at? I'm on number 6. 6! from Matt. All right, Matt, how you doing? How's it going? Bring it on my screen. There it is. There's a friend zone. Does the friend zone really exist? To be honest, yeah, it's this place. It's like if you piss off Superman's family, you get sent there. Oh, that's the Phantom Zone. Jokes aside, yes and no. It's not a physical place you go, but it's kind of a state of mind. Are you stuck there forever? I hate the people who said that you're stuck there forever. No. You kind of get that feeling. It's kind of like, oh, I love him so much, but like a friend. Love itself is a fucking complex emotion because there's multiple versions of it. It's kind of like in the role. You love your mother. Do you not? Do you love your father? Yes, you do. Do you love your boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever? You're mad. Do you love your girl? I can't even fucking say which. Do you love your significant other? Well, then, but it's different. It's still love, but it's different, right? You don't love your mother the same way as you would your significant other or your friend or your really close friend. It does. It's different, but it's the same. But it's different, but no, it's actually really all the fucking same. Love is love. The same love that you feel for your parents are the same kind of love. It's actually the fucking same. We define it and we pigeonhole it because of society and what society tells us what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to live and blah blah blah. But bottom line, we're the same. The lust, the romantic feelings that come on top are direct. Those parts are directed into certain categories. The romantic love I have for my significant other is different from the family aspect I have for my parents and my sister. Not the same, but it's the same. You know what I mean? It's different shades of blue. It's all blue, but it's a different shade of blue. It's different shades of red or different. If you change red just a slight bit, it becomes fuchsia. It's still fucking red. It's the same, but it's different. Now, the friend zone is kind of that mental state where you've been friends for so long and you've put yourself into this fear. I don't want to fuck that enjoyment of what I feel with my friend by taking the chance of being in a relationship when you see that so many relationships out there fucking, they sometimes make it, they sometimes fail. And if that fucking relationship fails, I'm putting the risk of our friendship being destroyed. And that friendship's gone, and that would be awful. Because I love my friend. Actually, you love your friend. That's love. That means it's there. There's more of a possibility with that friend zone turning into a romantic relationship than most people think. The fear holds them back. And I'm not saying that your best friend, but being a male or female, you should go up to them and go, hey, the Angry Angel said to that we're probably best suited. It's not a guarantee. That's when the make it work in the relationship stuff has to be done. You have to make it work. That's it. You have to make it work. It doesn't just work on itself. A flower can't grow without water and the sun and all this kind of stuff, all the stuff it needs. It doesn't just grow. You can put a seed. Absolutely. Right now, you could go get soil, put a seed in the soil, and watch it grow. It won't grow as fast as if it doesn't have the food. The relationship can't work unless it has that food. Give it some food. You want this friend zone relationship to actually turn into an actual relationship? It is possible. You're not stuck. When people say, oh, I'm stuck in the friend zone, shut the fuck up. You're stuck in the friend zone because you've told yourself enough times that you're stuck in the friend zone. Oh, you're too scared. Oh, we're stuck in the friend zone. Stop being a fucking... You want to be with somebody. Try to be with somebody. Now, that does not mean doing the stupid thing, as I said earlier, sending dick pics. Do the right thing. Hey, want to go for dinner? She might look at it as I'd like to get to know you. I kind of have some feelings for you. If she turns around and goes, yeah, I just don't think of you that way. Yet. It's because right now, people who say that shit, oh, I just don't think of you that way. It's because you haven't actually taken the moment to actually think. Hey, he's kind of cute. Meanwhile, they're dating people who they wouldn't actually fucking normally think of. Yeah, they don't take that step. Sometimes you need to encourage that person. I don't care if you're male or female. Yes, there is a possibility of turning a friend zone into a real relationship. Problem is, and that it is true, that if it fails, you could damage a friendship. Can that friendship come back? Yes, if you're mature enough to do it. If it fails. If it's kind of a mutual thing. If the mutual go, this is just not working, let's go back. It can still work. It can still be a full-on relationship. But you kind of know. Usually after the first 6 months, maybe a year, if that friendship that went into a relationship is not going to work out. And there's lots of things that could change it, from beliefs, like I talked in question number 1, or even this other thing, sex. I hope I haven't offended the Twitch gods. Sex could actually affect it too. Whether it's good or bad or whatever, that's when it gets tricky of the friend zone going into that. Because you care about each other so much, there's going to be a lot more on that. And you want the relationship to work, so much pressure. So if you do get to that point, find a way to get rid of that fucking pressure. Go up to them, if you can, and give them the worst, just a thought, I'm not saying to do this, try to give the worst fucking kiss you can. Then give a really good kiss. That way they can actually see you can give a good kiss, and then the bad kiss has gone the fuck out of the way. Oh, that was awful, but this is better. Can we get more of this? You know what I'm saying? You've improved on that. You've actually shown this is a bad kiss, this is a good kiss. I'm just giving an example. I'm rambling a little bit. Yes, it exists. No, you can't be stuck in it unless you leave yourself stuck in it. I'm going to use a truck analogy. I drive a truck for a living, as you guys know. There's snow outside. My truck gets stuck in the snow. If I basically go, motherfucker, my truck is stuck, and I don't drive, that truck will not drive. I do nothing at all, that truck will not move. Is there something I can do? Yeah, I can put on fucking chains, and I can get my ass moving. There's always something that can be done. You're not permanently stuck. The only time you will ever permanently be stuck is when you die. And then you're going nowhere. Until that day, you're not stuck. No, not permanently stuck. Just temporary. But there's always stuff you can do. Anyway, question number 7. From Phil. How's it going, Phil? Do women still love when men kiss their hand while introducing themselves? Okay, I'm actually going to put this, because I believe I do believe I've got women in my thing. I'm going to give him my point first, and I'm going to post it to the chat, to the ladies in the chat. For me, from my experience, there's no yes or no to this question. There is both. I have met women who like it, some women who hate it. They think it's male chauvinist, blah blah blah, and then some women who think still think it's charming and sweet. Quite often it depends on their feelings towards you. If they actually like you, even the ones that are like, oh, who don't like it, will actually like it because it's you. Problem is, you're talking about the introduction of it. Now I'm going to give another example. Some women out there, they like sweet love making, gentle, all that kind of stuff. And there's some women out there that love rough sex. They actually love rough sex. There's a bit of both. There's everything that's out there. No two women, no two men are really the same. Everybody has their different preferences. Now the problem is with sex, you can usually find out over time what the person's into. Do they like this? Do they like that? They can ask a bunch of questions. The time you're talking about right now is the introduction of that moment, of that thing. Do they prefer? Do they not like? Do they like? Someone, the ladies in here might say yes, and then you'll go and kiss that lady's hand, and she might have hated it. Or the ladies in here might say no, they can't stand it. They fuck her. And then you'll go and try it with a woman, and she loves it, and she just fell in love with you just a tiny little bit more because she thinks that was sweet. There's no be all and end all answer. However, do you like it? Do you love to be, what are you, not courageous, chivalrous? Do you like that kind of stuff? Yes? Then do it. When you meet a girl and you do that thing and you kiss her hand, it's really sweet, and she hates, oh no, she thinks she hates it. Well, you know, chances are, this is just the one thing that differs. That's going to show you, is there going to be compatibility in the future? If she's already complaining about this one tiny little gesture, that is, you shouldn't be with this person. Whether you're attracted, whether you're physically attracted, this person, you're not going to click. She's already complained about a simple small gesture. But if she does, if she does like it, that corny, old school gesture, and she thinks it's sweet, you might have just found your soulmate. Because you're connected. And she could look past the corniness of it. She even likes the corniness of it. That's a person you should be with. So you know what, right off the bat, when you go meet that girl, when you introduce yourself to the girl for the first time, and you kiss her hand. I mean, I wouldn't say this means do this with every single woman that's out there. I wouldn't go up to a job interview and the boss is a lady. Hey, how's it going? Don't do that. Be professional. If this is a girl you're going on a first date with, that's a different thing. Give it a try. Most introductions, when you're going on that blind date, that woman that you've first seen for the first time, whether you've done talk to her in online or not, the first few seconds, I'd say within 25 seconds, you can sum up really quick if it's going to work or not. And there's one of your moments right there. You've just given yourself that moment. Could this turn into something? If it's just wanting a quick booty call or whatever, fuck, who cares? If you want a relationship, that moment right there just help you understand, could this work? Does this potentially have possibilities, a future of some kind, whether it's just a short-term relationship, long-term relationship, marriage, blah blah blah. You've just summed it up right there. She likes the corny stuff that you do. Anyway, I'll put that question straight to my chat. Give me a 1 if you like when the guy comes up to you and does the old school. Give me a 2 if you can't stand it, if you think it's weird or creepy or male chauvinist, blah blah blah, or sexist. Give me a 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Three. I didn't say 3. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. If a man comes up to you right now, kisses your hand as the first introduction, do you like it? Don't care, wouldn't bother me, but don't need it either. See, I think that's more of a 1. Kind of. It's not like you need it, but he comes up to you. Are you going to be offended? Are you going to run away? Anyway, I'm going to just move on to the next one, because you get the idea, right? It's kind of a bit of all answers, right? But none of them have really shied against it. They've not really said they can't stand it. It's not a need, but yeah. All right, question number 8. From Aiden. The hell was that? Why is my... Hang on one sec. My computer's being weird. Why did that not work? Now, how the hell did that happen? that's why. Hang on. I'll leave it there. For me, what to do if you found your soulmate? What to do if you have found your soulmate, but someone else has come along that has everything you looked for in someone, but you still love your soulmate, but also in love with a new person? This is a tricky question because you haven't given enough information. You said you found your soulmate. Are you in a relationship with your soulmate? Is your so-called soulmate? Like, is this a person you're with, in a relationship with? If you're in a relationship, see, I do believe in soulmates, but sometimes I do believe that people get confused of who the soulmate is and who's not. From what you're saying, it almost sounds like the person that you're talking about has everything that you look for in a person, might actually be your soulmate. I also believe that the soulmates can actually move. I do believe that the energy, this is my thoughts, okay, that's all I'm giving. I believe the energy can shift, right? I do believe as humans, we confuse the spiritual energy with our primal physical energy. We're always looking for certain things. Our primal thing is male looks for female to mate with, and same as the female to procreate. That's our primal instinct. The other instinct kicks in where just fucking horn dogs and we just want to have sex. Do I believe in soulmates? Yeah, absolutely. But it's kind of, as I said, with your situation, I don't know if you really know what it is or who it is or whatever. However, do I think you should, if you're in a relationship with the person who you believe is your soulmate, should you just leave it for the person who has everything you're looking for? No, I don't think you should leave. Absolutely not. I don't think you should end it. There's a good old saying, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. That sounded... I think I just made a very inappropriate pun. But you've got somebody who you love, and you also have feelings for this new person. It's a tricky one, as I've said. But no, I don't think you should leave it. If you're not in a relationship with this so-called soulmate, maybe I'd hold off. Maybe look into a relationship. But the other thing as well, keep this in mind as well. Let's say you're not in a relationship, or you're in a relationship with your soulmate, and you go, you know what? I kind of want to be with this person who has everything. So you leave your girlfriend to go be with her, and the next thing you find out is this person who has everything that you're looking for, has something else that you weren't looking for. They're married. Or they're with somebody else. And guess what? You're now alone. And you don't have either one. You don't have your soulmate. You don't have the person who's so perfect. Perfection, I think, really is happiness. If you're happy with your soulmate, which you say you're in love with, so I'm assuming you're happy, I'd stick with happiness. Stick with happiness. This person might have everything you're looking for, but looks can be deceiving. What if, even if they're not married, what if they snore or they have a laugh? You've heard them talking, but oh my God, it's Janet from fucking Friends. You know what I mean? Bird in the hand. Anyway. That's my thought on that one. As I said, because you haven't given me enough information on the question, I can't really give you... I just give you a vague answer that I don't think you should leave your soulmate for the person who is everything you're looking for. Because I think your soulmate is everything that you're looking for. Anyway, question number 9. Here we go. From Lisa. And this is another this or that kind of question. From Lisa, would you rather date someone who makes you feel great about who you are already, or someone who makes you want to become the best version of yourself? Now this sounds like a tricky question, but really it's not. Because I think the third option is both. If I'm going to be with somebody, I want somebody who's going to do all of that. And there's enough fish in the sea to really find exactly that. Not necessarily the people you see at the moment. And if the person that you're with at the moment is not really that, then maybe that person that you're with at the moment is not the person you should be with. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it isn't. But yes, you definitely want somebody who can accept you for who you are. A coin. Yeah. Is a toonie. Canadian currency. One side, Queen's head. Other side is, what is that? Polar bear. Is it a polar bear? Looks like a polar bear. Polar bear. Right? Two sides. Every coin has them. Has two sides. You can't get away with it. You can't take this one side off. It works as currency. It works as a coin because it has two sides. You need a bit of everything. A bird can't fly without two wings. It needs the left and the right to make it work. Same as in this relationship. And I do believe that having both of these things in a person, in a partner, and also for you in reverse to accept the person that you're with for who they are, and encourage them to be the better part of themselves. Don't say, fuck, you know what, I think you look better if you blah 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 blah. No, they look amazing the way they are, but lift them. Person who, I give another example, let's say a person who you're interested in, their job, the only thing they ever want to do for a job is work at a grocery store. Okay? They work at a grocery store. That's all they do. But once in a while, you see how amazing they are with kids. Right? They're always like showing them little tricks here, little tricks there. They can draw with crayon. And then someone catches your eye, you go, oh my God. My partner would be amazing as like a kindergarten teacher. And they've even mentioned it before. They even said maybe when I was younger, I always dreamt of being a teacher. But just maybe mention it. Why let it stop as a dream? You're young. Go take some courses. Encourage them to be the better. But if they stay as a grocery clerk, love them for who they are, for what they are. It's what you fell in love with. Because the problem is if you change a person of what... Give an example. You've got a car. It's blue. And you decide one day, you're tired of it. You take it to an auto body shop and you say, I want my car to be red. It comes out. It's red. Just doesn't feel the same. It drives the same. It's the exact same fucking car. It's not the same. It's not the car you bought. It's not the car you fell in love with. It's not the car that you went to the dealership and fell in love with. I know this is kind of a weird example, but you get the point. The person that you're with, you fell in love with, that you were attracted to, that's who you're finding. You change them too much, they might not be what you're in love with anymore. And that does happen. Person can grow into being something that you're not really attracted to. But you need to be prepared for that as well. But this is not about you. It's actually about both of you. So you should both be accepting each other for what you are and encourage each other to absolutely be the better person of themselves. But really, you fell in love with them, so to your eyes, they should also be. You should obviously see accepting that is the better part of themselves. It's your better half. I've always liked that saying. Oh, my partner's my better half. But yes, I'm going to say no to either one of those. I'm going to say it's number 3. It should be both. Let me try to add this so my wonderful chat can answer it. 3. Both would be best. 1, 2, or 3. 1. Which one do you believe? Would you rather date somebody who accepts you for what you are? 2. Someone who wants you to be the better version of yourself? Or 3. Both. Which one do you prefer? I don't think you should have to settle for one or the other. I personally think it should be both. Just wait for my wonderful chat to respond. But everybody respond at once. Alright, doesn't look like I'm getting an answer for this one. Or they're trying to figure it out themselves. Let's get on to the next question anyway. Question 10. I hope this advice did help you to decide on whether you're settling or not. I'm not saying, understand, if you're in a relationship, that wasn't me saying to end the relationship. So I don't want you to come back on, oh, you made me lonely because you said blah, blah, blah. I'm not telling you to do anything at all. I give advice, I give my opinions. What you do with that is totally up to you. Alright, from Austin. Austin. What the fuck is this? Keeps... Why do you keep doing that? Hang on, that can't be good for the stream. No, stream's still working. Alright, so, where did you go? Question 10. From Austin. Have you ever been hit with the "it's not you, it's me" line? Yeah. Curious how that made you feel. Personally, I feel like it's a scapegoat, so they do not have to explain the reason for breaking up, which is the situation I'm going through. I'd say yes and no. I don't think it's always that way. I've been hit with it. Sometimes I think it's legitimate. Sometimes I don't. Right? It could honestly be, if it is, and the person could actually be going through some stuff that they can't be in the relationship at the moment. If this is the case with you and they do love you, you could always suggest, how about we just do it temporarily? I love you, you love me, blah, blah, blah. Maybe we can work on it. Maybe it's something, if you need some space, give us an option. If she really pushes on the idea that no, it's not space, chances are there's a high chance that it is more that, yes, you're right, it's a scapegoat. Because there's a lot of people that do that. They don't want the person to cry. They want to end the relationship, but which sucks because you won't honestly get any closure to find out exactly what the actual problem is. A lot of it's like, oh, I just don't know if I can be in a relationship. Oh, I just don't know. It could be that they're into somebody else. Usually, when this comes up, my experience is that there's somebody else in the picture, and they want to be with that person, and they're using this, and you'll usually find out pretty quick. But it could also be they're going through a lot of shit in their life. Could be that they're thinking about moving. It could be all kinds of things. You should try to get some closure, or even say, hey, how about we just try to work through this? Tell her that you love her and you want to try to make it work. But a person who really wants to go will really go. Maybe basically say, if you want this to end right now, like this, don't come back. There won't be on again, off again. This is what I would do if this was me. I would tell the person, no, you want to go, you're going to go. If it's you, then it's you. I do love you, but if you're going to end the relationship just on this, I deserve better. That's what I would tell them. But if it is something that they want to work through and they need some space, you can grant them that. Don't Don't shut off cold turkey. Don't end communication. Don't just end the relationship. But if there's more to it, you deserve a right. You have a right to know. But be prepared, because if they do flat out fucking say, oh, I've met somebody else and I kind of want to be with them. It's a shitty person, but you also stick to the ground. You deserve better than that. Don't get back with them if all of a sudden that relationship falls apart. Do not, because it will repeat. Guarantee. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. Oh. I need to find some better music. All right, question 11. Question 11. It's on the screen. Yes, it is. From Harmony. Should families show up whenever they want, unannounced, or let someone they know, or let someone know they're coming over? Edit. My mother-in-law. My mother-in-law comes over and just walks into the house every single day. Okay. My personal opinion, no, I do not believe that they should. But at the same time, do you let your mother do it? You talk about the mother-in-law, your mother-in-law. Would you allow your own mother to do it? If you are allowing your own mother to just walk in whenever, then your partner and your mother-in-law should be able to right? It should be balanced between the two, right? If you insist that your mother knocks first and then comes in, then absolutely, I think it should be balanced between the two of you. If this is an issue, I would talk to your partner and basically say, I have an issue with your mother walking in. Let him talk to his mother. I wouldn't do it yourself, otherwise you could cause a big kerfuffle. And yeah, voice to your partner that this is a problem and it is bothering you. There's no real reason why they should just walk in. Knocking on the door like anybody else is normal. It's a sign of respect that it's your place, not theirs. Yeah. But if you're comfortable with your own mother, you should be definitely comfortable with their mother. However, I would also speculate if you're both letting the mother come in, you need to specify rules and stuff like that regarding it. Like, you can walk in the house, go in the living room, whatever, but don't ever go into the private areas like your bedroom, stuff like that. There's no real reason for any of the parents to be like yours or his to be going in the bedroom. Keep that as your sanctuary. That's yours and your partner's spot. It's a really good thing. It's an important thing to keep your bedroom as the sanctuary. That's your place of privacy, no matter who's there. Unless specifically said, hey, can you go get this from my bedroom? If you're giving them permission. But even then, I wouldn't bother. I would still go only yourself, you and your partner. That should be your safe place. You should always have that. Okay, question 12. From Tabitha. Don't wiggle your nose. Okay, for you. Question for you. Yeah, I got a question. Oh, for me. Come on. How long is a good time to hold off having sex to keep you interested? What? And not look at us as just sex. Also, what are some things you like women to do to keep the chase? Oh, I think I see what you're saying. Do's and don'ts of dating, what turns you off? Okay. I think that's a silly question. The first part of that question is kind of silly. To hold off sex to keep the interest. there's lots of things you can do. Not having sex is not the one to hold the interest. If the person's interested, the person's attracted, sure, you're looking for that missing me moment, that building the anticipation. But you don't need to like not have sex just to build the anticipation. Dress up sexy. There's all kinds of things that can be done, but your partner should be doing too. It shouldn't just be about what you're doing. The partner can do things too. Also, what are some of the things you like women to do? I'm not really answering that question on Twitch. But to keep up the chase, I don't know. Things that attract one person is not going to be the same as what attracts another person. For me, one of the big things is a sense of innocence, but also a sense of intelligence, that they can think for themselves. When I say a sense of innocence, a gentleness, a naiveness, a kindness, that's what I look for. But also somebody with strength as well. It needs to be a nice balance. Yeah. Turn-offs. Shitty attitude. Shitty people. Massive turn-offs. Person who thinks they're so full of themselves, they think they're God's gift to the human race. Those are massive turn-offs. It's not a physical thing. There's one thing about confidence. Confidence is great. I like somebody who's confident. But when they're too full of themselves, that their confidence is way above and beyond. When they're attractive, but they're not like a 10 or whatever, but they think they're a fucking 100. And you're lucky to be around them, and they've got that kind of attitude. That's a massive turn-off for me. That they're better than any woman that's out there, and you're lucky to even fucking breathe the air close to them. Massive turn-off for me. To keep my interest, smile. Smile for me is usually the thing that will pull me damn near every time. A nice smile. A sincere smile. Somebody who's happy. That's attractive to me. Strength, intelligence. Showing interest. You're interested in me, I'm probably going to be interested in you. You show a lack of interest. You give the impression that I'm not needed or not wanted. I will vanish. I've always been that way. When you show I'm not wanted, that's fine. That's total. You don't need to want me. But I'll move on. Anyway, question number 13. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it. Yeah, one more question left. And I've actually, even with 13 questions, I still made it to an hour and a half. Fuck. Alright. Okay. Well, I wrote my husband a small paragraph expressing my love for him, and he left on read. What am I doing wrong? Thoughts, anyone? You mean like you sent it to him like in a message? I'm gonna assume, I'm confused by this words. He left me on read. Is it like you sent it and he left me on read? Like it just says that it's read? Expressing my love for him. Be patient. If it's just like you send a message to him, it says he read, but he hasn't responded. Be patient. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. You might be busy. At the same time, there are some guys that just don't understand to respond. I'll give you an example. You pick up the phone. some people out there, they'll answer. You're calling somebody and they'll answer it, and they'll go, "Hey, how's it going? Hello," or "Hello," or "Hello, who is it?" Something like that. That way you know they've picked up the phone. But there are some people who'll just pick up the phone, dead fucking silence. So you've got nothing to go on whether the phone's even being picked up, other than if it's a cell phone, it's starting to count and you can see, oh, somebody's picked up. But is it the person you're expecting? There's people out there, guys and girls, that just don't know those cues, what to do in certain moments, especially on a greeting. And you put this out there, he might not be knowing what to say. He might be, it's your husband, so it's not like he thinks it's creepy. A lot of people that get married, and this is why some people even shy away from it, because they think that as soon as they're married, things just go kind of stale. And it does happen. And so they don't even think about those little things like saying, "I love you" right back. You've expressed your love, he hasn't expressed it back. Maybe he's got something planned. Be patient. And then talk to him, and maybe even flat out ask. And this is where it's going to get hard. Maybe flat out say, "Hey, do you still love me? I expressed myself big time to you, and you didn't say anything. Just wondering how you're feeling with all of this," kind of thing. And that way you kind of know, because what if, and I'm not saying he has, what if he has stopped? You kind of should know, because you both need to be happy. Both you and him need to be happy. Do you deserve to be happy? So, but I would wait. As I said, it could be maybe he's got some kind of surprise, something even bigger. You've just given him massive gestures. Just be patient. But yeah, that, as they say, is that. So I think I'm going to end it here. Hour and a half into it, and I got all 13 questions answered. I was hoping for like a good 20, but it's good because I'm actually starting to feel a bit drowsy myself. So I'm going to shut it off here. I'm going to go probably watch some TV, and then I've got some paperwork to do, and then I'm not working tomorrow. Originally I was going to be, but I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, they're dispatching me on Monday. So today I will be playing some Warzone today, later on, and then tomorrow, even maybe some tonight, and then tomorrow, I don't know what my plans are tomorrow, when I'm going to stream, probably in the morning, and then in the evening, but I might actually say no to the night stream. The day I'm going back to work, I'm probably going to do that, because I need to relax and go to bed early so that I can wake up, because I'm going to start my work like 6 in the morning. So my late stream the night before I go back to work probably won't happen. I might even try to stream a little bit early, like normally I like stream 9 till 11, which I'm shifting that till 8 till later, or sometimes earlier. I might get on earlier, but I'd be usually ending at about latest 10 o'clock, 9 to 10 o'clock, just so I can keep my sleep pattern decent. But yeah, other than that, I hope everybody's enjoyed the show. If you haven't already done so, click like below, follow below, and for you YouTubers, click like below, and subscribe and do all that thing. If you're not following me if you're not subscribing to my YouTube, there's a link below. Click on the thing that says YouTube, it'll take you over there. Click subscribe, would mean a lot to me. If you have any questions that you would like me to answer next Saturday, links right there, for my email address. And if there is anything that comes up, I always put the information on Discord. So below it says Discord, go to my Discord, join onto it, and check the general, check the, I think I've got an option there that says Ask an Angel. If I'm going to be changing my schedule at all, if I'm going to be late, if I'm going to be rescheduling for, like, let's say I'm working on a Saturday and it has to be on a Sunday, that's where you'll find that information out. But make sure the bell on here is checked, that way when one of my shows comes on, you get to see it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope everybody has a wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are, and I will see you a little later. Ciao.